to the head that time round, but unfortunately unable to find the target. A really good chance there from Njambane, who unfortunately cannot steer it in the direction of the goals.
Well, we go to race number 6. Just take note, Aldo Dame has been stood down for the rest of the afternoon. So his rides have gone to race 6, number 3, Symphony in White, now Sean Veal. Race 6, number 3, now ridden by Veal. And race 8, number 9, King's Quest, now the ride of Corne Orfa. Orfa rides race 8, number 9. Race 6 up next, Perfectly Placed Progress.
As Zondi gets on top of it, the number 8 who seems to control most of UWC's play in midfield. They just lose out, and now an opportunity for Royal AM. They would have thought that they could drive forward that time round, but now this is a good chance here for Ndlovu into the box, and a good opportunity, but an even better save. Manages to get the left boot onto the end of that one and stops the goal from creeping into the bottom left corner of the net. Yeah, of course, it's a really good save there from Zianda Ntsele. An oh so important left boot there from the goalkeeper. Stops it from creeping in. It's a lovely touch. And UWC would have thought that they could just creep in front there in the 19th minute, but wasn't to be. Flung into the far post, and Ntsele asked to come to action, and she's been fouled there in the 6-yard box. Referee doing well to look after the goalkeeper, who's come out bravely for that one, and she's going to need some attention here from the medical staff. Brave effort there from Zianda Ntsele. Just unfortunate, colliding possibly with one of the strikers, maybe even her own defender. As you can see, the Royal AM girls going in to their coach to get some wise words of wisdom. Of course, their coach, Philani Cele, looking to impart some knowledge there. You can see the UWC girls looking really relaxed, really 22 games in the season, 8 victories, 8 draws, and just the 6 losses. They're not scared of scoring goals, 25 in the 22 games. The top scorer is Tiffany Kortke, as well as Ronald Donnelly. Tiffany Kortke on 4 goals, Donnelly on 3, and Zekona Nokala on 3 as well in her 18 games. And it's not looking good here from Ntsele, it must be said. She really did take a hard knock going up to protect her 6-yard area. And unfortunately just colliding with the strike force of UWC, and this is not what they would have wanted. Of course, Amatle Sishi will be on the bench. She'll probably be warming up. You can see Ntsele just shaking it off here. She looks like she's going to carry on. Probably just landed awkwardly. As you can see, just walking it off, getting a good stretch, and she looks like she's going to carry on, which is good to see here from the number 1, the shot stopper for Royal AM. She takes a last sip of water before she gets things going. Her captain, of course, Mhlongo, just making sure that she's all right. Charmaine Mhlongo, 3 goals in 21 games in this competition. Leading from the front is the skipper, donning the number 7 jersey and controlling the midfield. And as we say that, loses the ball, a wayward pass, and this is a good opportunity now from Dombi Fikile. Charging forward, trying to get onto the top of the ball now is Ndlovu. Into the box and just whistles over. It will stay in play and it will give Nokala an opportunity to try and whisk it back into the box. As mentioned, Nokala on 3 goals already in this competition. She'll be looking for a 4th in this game. All 3 from open play in her 18 games. Lovely touch. Dispossessed, really well done there in the middle of the park. It looks like the skipper, Charmaine Mhlongo, who did the dirty defensive work as they thread this one through. But Nzele will do well to collect. As we enter the 23rd minute of the game, a beautiful day here at UWC. It's the UWC Stadium, of course, the home of UWC Sports. Absolutely beautiful day here in Cape Town. Of course, plenty of runners roaming about tomorrow, the Cape Town Marathon. That will mean that the streets will be expressively buzzing in the next couple of days as Royal AM have the opportunity to experience the atmosphere on the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon weekend. And UWC will be looking to add to the Cape Town festivities with a victory here. Really strong at the back. Trying to turn defense into attack and a shove in the back there. Just trying her best to stop proceedings now as Ndlovu drives forward, and this is really good now, Nokala. Just losing her footing there, not quite able to get that ball going forward. Zondi, lovely little touch here. UWC putting some passes together. It's really lovely to see. There's a little bit of miscommunication in the middle of the park. Means Ndlovu onto the head at that time round of Mtembu, who manages to clear her lines, gets it away from the danger area. And it's been all UWC in this first 24 minutes of the game. They really have been the stronger of the two sides. Of course, Royal AM with one of the worst defensive records of the competition. 65 goals in 25 games they've conceded. Goal difference of -46, and only collecting 13 points in the league in their 25 games as they sit second from the bottom at the moment. But they'll be looking to get valuable 3 points out of this game. They need to find a way to break the defense of UWC. Only conceded 12 in their 22. Find themselves in 9th position. Defensively strong are the ladies from Cape Town. That's a lovely ball. As I say that, just loses out to that one, does Zondi. As Royal AM looking to drive forward. Lovely bit of skill there from Zadi, from Madonsela rather. As UWC. Real battle here in the middle of the park, and the referee now coming to the table, giving Royal AM the free kick, just telling the players to calm it down a little bit, getting a little bit physical in the middle of the park. And a good position now. Royal AM will want to go forward from here. Try and get some momentum in the game. It's been all UWC so far. It's a long way out. I don't see a shot coming from this, but they'll want to get it in behind the defenses. Tries the shot out. That's a lovely strike from distance. I'll tell you what, I didn't quite see that coming. It just seemed to keep going. Of course, on the with the Cape Town wind. As now Shakira O'Malley, number 28, there she is on the ball. She'll be pivotal to the defense of UWC. As mentioned, just the 12 goals conceded by this Cape Town side. In their last 5 games, undefeated. So they've got a really good run of form. Of course, managing to get victories against Durban Ladies, UCT as well as UJ. Draws to the University of Pretoria as well as Copperbelt. So that defensive record once again coming into fruition. Really difficult to get past the side as they now storm down the left-hand channel. Thinks about the ball in. It's a lovely cut there. This is a delicious ball into the box. But goalkeeper up to the task. Manages to get fingertips to it, doesn't sell it, and just drives it past the right-hand side of the posts. But the attack is not done yet as Mokhale will look to try and put this one into the box and create a little bit of danger. What can they do? This is a good ball into the near post. Up they go. UWC still in possession. Trying to feed it in behind. Is that offside? No, it's not. Well, indeed it is. There goes the flag. They looked like they were in a little bit of an advanced position, did the ladies from UWC. And Royal AM setting up the offside trap really well. As you can see, the assistant referee down at the bottom of your screens, spotting that offside nice and early, gets his flag up and onto the head. Lovely clearance there as Royal AM looking for some momentum. Just putting 1 or 2 passes together for the first time in this game, but unfortunately, ball just not going to feet there for the Durban-based ladies. Or rather, the Pietermaritzburg-based ladies, it should be said. As UWC try and get the ball upfield, just looking to get past the press of Royal AM. They putting together some passes really nicely here. But it's well won in the middle of the park, and we've already seen what Samkelo Gwamanda can do from range. Wonder if she'll be thinking of trying to test the goalkeeper out once again. She lines it up. Don't know if she'll be looking to get it into a dangerous area or test the goalkeeper. She decides to take it from range. And just over the top of the pole, she can really be dangerous when she gets her boot to it. A good 35 to 40 meters out, and Samkelo Gwamanda just showing how dangerous she can be. And UWC will have to be careful not to give away too many free kicks from inside their own half, because Gwamanda can really put her foot through it. Lovely. Just putting together some passes. The referee will caution a Royal AM this time round, and it's the first yellow card of the game. It's been handed out to Captain Charmaine Mtlongo, who just came rushing in there, didn't manage to get onto the ball. No malice, of course, but just sticking a foot in there. O'Malley decides to go back this time, all the way to a goalkeeper. On the head it goes. UWC now with the go forward. Couple of double turnovers in a dangerous area here for Royal AM, as they're trying to go forward here through Dlamini. Good turn. Go forward ball now for UWC. Lovely work. Gets it to Ndlovu. Wants to drive forward. You can see the right winger always looking, always gets her head up, always looking to drive towards the goals. And an overly zealous tackle, says the assistant referee on the far side. UWC have to be careful. Royal AM playing with some physicality. They want to turn them over in good positions. And it's going to be important now as O'Malley decides to go back. Just looking to put some passes together. They've got to be a little bit more convincing at the back. Shakira O'Malley now on the ball. Finds a bit of space, drives forward and tries to get it up and over the defences. A little bit of a mistake being made there at the back there by Olile Duma. As UWC take it with some urgency. This one could be problems. And just testing out, and said it might have just snuck out. Unfortunately, it says the referee. But Nzele had looked to be in a little bit of trouble. She gets that left boot onto the end of it. Of course, the wind here in Cape Town. Something to really think about. This is lovely. She's onside and 1v1 with the goalkeeper and puts it into the back of the net. It's a lovely strike there from UWC. They get it up and over the defences of Royal AM. And they make absolutely no mistake. Royal AM looking for the offsides. Wasn't to be that time round. And it's an absolutely clinical finish there. It looks like Sinegugu Zondi, the number 8, who's faced up 1v1 with the goalkeeper and just pokes it past Nzele on her left-hand side. And it takes the score up to 1-0 to UWC. They've been knocking on the door for the last 33 minutes. And finally, they get the go forward that they needed and open up the scoring right here at the UWC stadium. Well, exactly what they needed. They needed some momentum to go in their favour. They had been knocking on the door of the goals of Nzele. Nzele's done well to keep everything out. But on that occasion, she was left wondering. Lovely finish there from Sinegugu Zondi. As a shot comes off, but unfortunately just has a little bit too much on it. And now all of a sudden Royal AM find themselves chasing. That's the 66th goal they've conceded in this competition. And they won't be too happy about that. They were really looking good. They were defending with everything they have. They've given away a corner now. And it looks like stepping up to take it will be Mabatu Mokhale, who's put in some really quality balls into dangerous areas here for UWC. She'll want to carry on doing more or less the same. Get this one into a dangerous possession and just try. Up they go. They do really well to clear their lines, do Royal AM, but can they try and create the counter-attack? Last touch coming off UWC, says the referee. As Royal AM going forward. They want to get this out of their danger zone. Good throw down the line. Trying to work their way back into the game. There's lots of space given down that left-hand channel as trying to take advantage now as Ladile. Lovely skill onto the left boot, but really strong tackle. Really strong tackle there by Zondi. It was Madonsela charging forward rather. And Zondi doesn't look too comfortable. She's found herself on the ground. She'll shake it off here. Knocking it about. They've managed to work this press out so well, have UWC. Haven't been turned over. They've been really aggressive, have the Royal AM ladies. As UWC charging forward once more. Big tackle in the middle of the park. Nothing to it, says the referee. Putting in some physicality of their own now are the ladies from UW as Captain File Magama. Of course, the wily left back, the South African international. Back to Dlamini. Sipesihle Dlamini. O'Malley. Has a look up. finds Ndlovu. That's a tasty ball there from O'Malley. Ndlovu now trying to charge forward, but unfortunately unable to beat the defense of Royal AM. But look at the work rate from the number 7. She knows she's lost the ball and she's going to do everything she can to get it back for her side. Lovely work rate. And a mistake at the back there for Royal AM nearly ended in disaster. Luckily able just to regain possession and tries to thread it through. Have a look at that for a turn. It's Pelele Dlamini. Threads one into a decent area across the face of goals and comes off the upright that time round. It was Madonsela who's been tricky for the defenses of UWC all day, and you can see they really enjoyed that, did Madonsela and Dlamini. Just connecting together there, the two forwards, to create their first real opportunity of the day as Dlamini. The goalkeeper, Sipesihle Dlamini. 11 clean sheets in her 22 games. She'll be looking to make it 12 after this one. That's really well stolen. They found a second gear now, have Royal AM, is driving down the left-hand side as Madonsela, who puts it into the box, but Dlamini will do well to get both hands onto that one and launch the counter-attack through her skipper, Figile Magama. Into a pocket of space. Lovely work. Everyone working together here for UWC. Working in defense, working on the counter-attack, and that's why they find themselves 1-0 in the clear at the moment. They've been good as a side of UWC, and they'll continue to do so as we approach the 38th minute rather. Nzele under pressure. Advantage being played here, and I'll tell you what, there might be a little bit of trouble here. Indeed, there is a yellow card awarded to the number 18, which looks like Bilisa Njambane, who's just come flying in there, trying to put goalkeeper Nzele under pressure. She did exactly that, but just leaving something in the tackle to give Nzele something to think about. And I'll tell you what, it often works that the goalkeeper will think a second time before hanging on to the ball when a striker is applying that kind of pressure. Well, second time Nzele has gone to ground. She's really in the wars today as the goalkeeper. And she'll be hoping to shake this one off once again. I can tell you that really hurts. Couple of studs just being left behind there from the number 18 Jambane, who's of course didn't mean any malice, just looking for a way to get the ball back for her side. As we have a break and play here, Hollywoodbets, the proud sponsors of the Super League, and really giving an opportunity to female football. We've seen our ladies, Banyana, doing so well on the national stage, and it's competitions like this that allow them to thrive and really go forward. Of course, a couple of years ago, the league, not something that we spoke about, and now all of a sudden, we've got a professional league, 16 teams from all around the country, and of course plenty of Banyana representatives in this game today. Yeah, the likes of Captain Fikile Magama. 1-0 is the score. There's confirmation of the score as Zianda Nzele just tries to shake off that injury, but Captain Fikile Magama, 25 caps for the national side. She's one of the representatives in this game. And Sibulele Holweni from UWC, 46 caps for the national side. 12 goals on the grandest stage of them all. Ronel Donnelly 4 caps, 1 goal for the national side. So 3 representatives from UWC representing the highest level. Of course, the national side dominated by Mamelodi Sundowns players as Nzele kicks that one out into touch. She looks to have shaken off that injury, but she's really in the war today. She'll be backed up, of course, by her goalkeeper on the bench in Amatle Sishi. Six clean sheets in 23 games for Nzele. Of course, won't be adding to that tally in this encounter today. But we'll definitely be looking to make sure that not much more gets past her. Of course, not much she could have done about that goal. It was a really good finish. 1v1 with the goalkeeper, never easy. Most goalkeepers not expected to be able to deal with that kind of smoke. As UWC trying to get upfield. It's well turned over. Still in this game are Royal AM. They just need to get themselves a goal as they look to charge forward here through Mhlongo. Lovely speed and manages just to get it out. It's Zikhona Nokala. She's got herself in the goal. She's got 3 in 18 games, does Nokala. As that throw just goes a little bit wayward. And of course, Jambani's got to be careful. She's sitting on a yellow card as it stands. I don't think that's going to stop her from bringing the intensity to the game. Gets it into a dangerous area. Doesn't do too well to deal with it, do Royal AM. And they need to clear their lines. They in all sorts of trouble here at the moment. As UWC trying to go forward once again. Nokala trying to get onto the end of that one, but unable to. So we enter the last 2 minutes of normal time in this game. Happier of the two coaches, of course, will be Coach Mbuli, Tina Sonke Mbuli for UWC. Will be really happy with their troopers. Managed to get themselves a goal in the first half and get themselves ahead in this encounter. Of course, in the last 5 encounters between these two sides, UWC have managed to win 4 of them, with the 1 draw coming in last season's encounter, 1-1 in Pietermaritzburg. The last time these two sides met, UWC managed to win that one 6-0 at the Harry Kwala Stadium. It's looking very different here today. Royal AM have absorbed plenty of pressure from UWC. Of course, UWC looking like the better of the two sides as this one's put into an interesting position. Offsides is the call there from the refereeing team, the officiating team for today. Of course, led by the man in the middle, Mr. Myanda. He's assisted by Mr. Kiteng as well as Adams. Bevan Hollander will be the 4th official for today, who you can see there just showing us 4 minutes of added on time, says Mr. Bevan Hollander. Free kick awarded to Royal AM, who are happy to take their time. Smashes it upfield, doesn't quite get the elevation she would have wanted, and now Ndlovu thought the opportunity to drive forward was there, unfortunately just wasn't. And Madonsela unable to bring that one under control as Ndlovu drives forward. She's got the speed. She'll handle 2 players, but it's well dispossessed there from Royal AM. And tell you what, that's not the greatest of tackles, and she'll get herself into a little bit of trouble there. Will Guamanda, Samkelo Guamanda. We've seen she's got a vicious right boot on her. Really dangerous sliding tackle from behind there from Guamanda. Earns her a position in the book. What can they do? Mklang Mohale whips it in onto the head. Doesn't quite have the pace that it needed. As Nzele drop kicks this one. It's a good strike, that. Good 60 meters upfield. As you can see, Mr. Hollander on this near side. Just trying to steal some yards. Of course, something we see also often in the modern game. Throw-in often taken about 20 meters from the spot it originated from. As Royal AM driving forward, and now Madonsela, been a real standout player, has the little left forward. Lovely touch. Mohale controlling proceedings in the middle of the park. Mohale and Mkwanazi just knocking the ball around a little bit. As we await the whistle for half-time. Yeah, the happier of the two sides will undoubtedly be UWC. As we see Shakira O'Malley, who'll be looking to maintain a clean sheet along with her goalkeeper in this match, Sipesihle Dlamini. But they're not done going forward. Mkwanazi was looking to get that one into a dangerous area. Good work holding on to the ball, and Ndlovu manages to get it from Zondi. Mkwanazi. Ndlovu. All the way back to Zondi. Lovely ball, but just unable to bring it under control, and it gives Royal AM an opportunity to go forward. A little bit of skill here towards the back end of the first half. Just trying to get go forward ball, unable to do so. As Nokala tries to go forward. One last opportunity here for Royal AM. They in a good position now. They need to find the ball across, cuts back in, and should have maybe thought about putting that one into a dangerous position. As O'Malley drives forward, and now UWC with an opportunity of their own takes the shot on, and Nzele might have had her heart in her throat for a second there. As we enter the end of the first 45 minutes of this encounter, UWC find themselves 1-0 in the lead, courtesy of a goal from Sinegugu Zondi, who managed to put it past Nzele, who's been in the wars today. Of course, this has been the first half of the Hollywoodbets Super League. Don't go too far away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in a little bit. Back to the action here. It's the second half of the Hollywoodbets Super League. This game between UWC and Royal AM sees UWC ahead at the moment. Goal from Mkwanazi is the only thing separating the two sides at the moment as Royal AM look to fight their way back into the game. A couple of substitutions made at the half. Chelsea Daniels makes her way on to the park. She replaces Pilisa Njambani, who found herself on a yellow card already. And of course, Tiffany Kortke, the top goal scorer for UWC with 4 goals in her 21 games, makes her way onto the park, and she takes off Zikona Nokala. So a couple of fresh legs up at the top of the park here for UWC. Can that be the difference for the side? 1-0 is the score. They're not quite out of the woods yet. And of course, players like Chelsea Daniels as well as Tiffany Kortke will be looking to really create some impact in this game. Of course, UWC did look like the better of the two sides in the first half, but anything can happen in this beautiful game of ours, especially in the Hollywoodbets Super League, as Royal AM look to charge down the left-hand channel now. Some really good pace, but once again, Shakira O'Malley, who's so good in defensive duties, she's solid at the back, gives absolutely nothing away in that centre-back position. She's a good go-forward option. She finds space and really difficult to get past, and really creates some good opportunity for Sipesihle Dlamini to make sure that she's got everything she needs to keep that clean sheet. And Daniels just trying to put Royal AM under considerable pressure. They'll get the corner, and this is a good opportunity. First 2 minutes of the half, we saw it so often. Mabatu Mohale will look to take on this corner, put it into a dangerous area. What can she create? Couple of players in the box, 6 to be exact, and onto the near post it goes, but well defended by Royal AM as Mohale tries to get it back into the box. It looks like she was looking for Ndlovu on this near side, about to take the throw in, and really clever. Daniels trying to sneak in behind the defenses of Royal AM. Of course, you cannot be offside from the throw, so Ndlovu just trying to get that one out to Daniels. Magama to Ndlovu. It's well defended here from Royal AM. Once again, just so dominant in the middle of the park with the likes of Sinamile Mkwanazi, of course, the goal scorer in this game, and a mistake here. Tiffany Kortke putting the goalkeeper Nzele under considerable pressure on the right-hand side. She's got fresh legs. She looks like she might be injured as Daniels rushes to her as quickly as possible. Daniels as well as Manengela. And it looks like the medic makes her way onto the park. Of course, Kortke, top goal scorer for UWC, creating impact from off the bench. And UWC will be hoping that she can shake this one off. Back underway as Royal AM chasing that 1-goal gap down. That's Magama, the captain for UWC, international left back as well. Got a fair share of international games, does Magama. Plays it back to Simayile. Under real pressure. The free kick goes in the direction of Royal AM, but it seems like something of an elbow to the face. I'll tell you what, the medic is still busy with Tiffany Kortke on the far side. Tiffany Kortke back on the park, but the medic miles away from the action. She's got to get her fair share of steps in for the day. There she is. Coming all the way from behind the goal and possibly just catching an elbow to the face. Still in possession now. We saw this in the first half. Guamada's got a serious right boot on her this time round. Decides to put it just outside the area. The shot comes off, but dealt with really easily there by CPC Tledlamini. In the middle of the park now. This is a really good scurry here from Makaza. Just trying to put UWC under a little bit of pressure. They seem to have found a second gear here after the team talk. Coach Pilani Tlele probably giving his troops something to think about at the halftime interval. And of course, it's not over yet. They went down 6-0 in this exact fixture earlier on this year. And now they find themselves only 1-0 begging away from home. So really good season so far for them. They find themselves 15th on the log and trying to escape the bottom of the table. And they'll get themselves a corner kick, will UWC. Goalkeeper not happy about something. It's Nsele there who's having a word with our man in the middle for today, of course, Mr. Mianda. Mohale puts it into the box. This is a tasty ball, and up they go. Well defended once again there for Royal AM, who want to turn defense into attack. Throws the ball away to Captain Magama, who tries to turn it into a counter-attacking opportunity. Magama looks for Daniels. Daniels just looking to hold it up. This is really good here from UWC. But it must be said, Royal AM defensively sound at the moment, doing everything they can to make sure that they give themselves the opportunity to get back into the game as O'Malley. That's a lovely ball, and now they've got an opportunity. Kortki on the far side, and it's a free kick awarded to a Royal AM. It was looking like a good little attack there from a UWC, but unfortunately just unable to find their attackers in good positions. Tries to go upfield. It will come right back here for UWC. Daniels finds Ndlovu. It's a real tussle now, and it's Ndlovu looking to go forward. And Ndlovu with the shot. And just misses by a whisker. Pushes it out to the right-hand side of the upright. And it's a really good strike there from Ndlovu. Ndombe Figile Ndlovu is looking really dangerous in this game. Wanted to get herself onto the scoreboard, but unfortunately unable to get it on target. I'll tell you, if it was on target, there might have been trouble, as Magama taken to ground there. It's a yellow card awarded. The yellow card looks like it's been given to Makaza. And it's important to stay disciplined here for Royal AM. Of course, only the one goal down. They can't afford to lose players to ill discipline. As Mabatu Mohale lines this one up. This is a good position for Mohale. Wind on her back. It looks like she'll be looking to put this one into the far post. Can she find a yellow shirt? Mohale puts it into a good zone. It's come off Daniels. And unfortunately, the referee saying that that one will go to the ladies in black. Mohale maybe wanted to give that one a little bit more. Really try and fizz it into the box. Mohale finds Daniels, who looks for Tiffany Kortke. She's got wheels, does the right winger. Puts the defense under pressure, has absolutely no other option but to put that one out for a corner. You can see O'Malley making her way up the field. Mkwanazi in the box, and Ndlovu roaming around. Daniels looking dangerous. Kortke for the short corner as well. Zondi lurking on the far post. Drives it into the near post, looking for Mkwanazi. But well defended there from Royal AM. The shot comes off. It's an absolute fizzer. Doesn't quite manage to find the target, but gives Royal AM something to think about. As they try and get themselves back into the game, Kortke making a real nuisance of herself. Offside is the call from the far side. And now just trying to go forward. It looks like Kristalina Kukurmur, the number 21, trying to turn her lines. Makadza on a yellow card at the moment, finds Madlala. Gwamanda in the middle of the park, of course, trying to create as many problems as possible. Trying to create as many problems as possible here for the UWC ladies. Just unfortunately unable to get enough possession in the middle of the park as Ndlovu. She's created problems down this left-hand side. Unfortunately, doesn't quite manage to keep that one in the field of play. And Royal AM at the moment just doing everything they can to stay in this one. 34 minutes left on the clock. And they'll want to try and salvage something out of this game. They've managed to force 4 draws already in this competition. 18 losses for the side that find themselves 15th on the table. Can they get a valuable 3 points here? They've drawn to UWC once last year. 6-0 in their last fixture. Only managing to score the 3 goals in the last 5 encounters between these two sides. As they drive forward once again here, Royal AM just putting UWC under pressure. Goalkeeper off her line at the moment. That's exactly what they needed. We haven't seen O'Malley under that much pressure in this game, and a low mistake there that could have proved really costly as Magama. She was on her bike there, but unfortunately couldn't find that extra gear down that left-hand channel. We haven't seen too much of the skipper, but if her side can maintain a clean sheet in this encounter, she'll be more than happy, will the South African left back. Of course, we'll be representing Banyana at WAFCON a little bit later on this year. As UWC trying to really assert their dominance on this game. It's a lovely ball there to Daniels, who just finds herself in an offside position. It's a clinical finish, but it wouldn't have counted nonetheless. And Ntsele would have probably had that covered on the near post. just outside the area at the moment. It's a free kick in a dangerous position. It looks like Mabatu Mokhale will be over the top of this one. Or isn't really. There's Mabatu on the right-hand side. It's Ndlovu who will fancy her chances from about 22 meters out here. What can she do? Can she beat Nzele? Lines it up. She's got that glitter in her eyes. She's going to take the shot on. Can she take it up and over the wall and get it either side of the goalkeeper? Ndlovu strikes it, goes low, but Nzele manages to get both hands onto the end of that one. Daniels trying to get in the way of the goalkeeper, and I'll tell you what, the wind that time round really playing a huge factor as Kortki finds Daniels. Cannot be offside from the throw, and that might have been a golden opportunity there for Ndlovu. Daniels not quite able to get it to feet as Magama tries to get the ball from Dlamini. Offside is the call. It would have been a really good finish just out to the right-hand side, but wouldn't have counted nonetheless. And UWC need to make sure that they try and put away the Royal AM ladies, because they go forward every now and then and create some opportunities up top there through Madonsela as well as Dlamini. They've got to be careful not to get too comfortable here, the home side. Mkwanazi, goal scorer in this game. She's the only thing separating these two sides at the moment. Zondi trying to create problems down the right-hand channel. This is good now for Kortki. Gets it into the box, but unfortunately unable to find anybody. Daniels once again trying to create some problems here for the goalkeeper. There's confirmation of the score. 1-0 it is to the home side. UWC find themselves in the lead at the moment, courtesy of Sinemile Mkwanazi, who scored early on in the first half. Her goal, the only thing separating these two sides at the moment, as Royal AM trying to work their way back into this game. Lovely work there from Dlamini. Zamaya says what it looks like Nkosi on the far side. The skills are coming out here from the Royal AM ladies. They need to try and go forward, get into a dangerous position. And that's not going to help their cause. That one just thrown out. Not managing it to find another yellow shirt that time round. "27 minutes of normal time to be played in this game." As Dlamini finds O'Malley. She's got the support of Simaile on the left-hand side. Decides to go find her skipper, Magama. This is nice here from UWC. Simaile. O'Malley. Finds Daniels. Have a look at that. That's a really good ball. Ndlovu now Magama charging down the left-hand side, but just unable to keep it in field. And that's what the Hollywoodbets Super League can bring up, some passages of play just like that. In the middle of the park, unfortunately just thrown away. Finds him Kwanazi, who threads this one through to Kortki, who unfortunately doesn't have the pace to get on to the end of it, but a mistake allows Kortki to score herself a goal, the top goal scorer for UWC, coming off the bench to really create an impact. It's Tiffany Kortki who gets her 5th of the season, A mistake there by Zianda Ntsele. And unfortunately, Royal AM's chances of getting back into this game start to look like they're slipping away. What an impact player is Tiffany Kortke. She's really put some pressure on the defenses of a Royal AM. And unfortunately, the brave defense of the side from Pietermaritzburg broken down. Confirmation of the score, 2-0 to UWC, the home side, just starting to run away with it. And absolutely punishing a Royal AM or UWC. A mistake at the back. It was a lovely ball threaded through there from Mkwanazi. Goalkeeper needs to do a little bit better in that situation, but nonetheless, the pressure from Tiffany Kortke, it's something she's done so well all game long. She doesn't allow the defenses any chance on the ball. Gwamanda over the ball now. She's got a really big booter. Can't see her taking it on from here. Tries to get it in behind the defenses. The wind just not working for Royal AM. As Magama tries to clear her lines. Back it goes. They'll take the attack right back. Charmaine Mhlongo. 3 goals in this competition. Looking for her 4th. Daniels finds Mkwanazi. Lovely little ball there from Mkwanazi. She's been really good in this game. Taken to ground is Manengela. Referee says nothing to it. And the game really just starting to get a little bit spicier at the moment. Driving forward now is Chauke. O'Malley once again looking to maintain the clean sheet. Daniels reads that one really well. Kortke was going on the right-hand side, but just unable to connect. Or the two forwards, the impact players that came on at the beginning of the second half, and they really have created some impact to this game. As Mkwanazi finds Magama down the left-hand channel. Good communication between Ndlovu and Magama. Mkwanazi finds Ndlovu, and that will be Royal AM ball. As they try and go forward, Makadza that time trying to find Gwamanda. Ndlovu. Contact in the air there. But play on, says the referee. Ntsele on the end of that one. Puts it on the left boot. It's a huge left boot. It goes high into the air. Kortke once again putting the defenders under pressure. "22 minutes of normal time in this game." Kortke trying to get go forward ball, looking for Daniels as she so often does. Gwamanda tries to put it on the boot. We've seen what Gwamanda can do from range. Samkelo Gwamanda unfortunately doesn't have the wind on her back this time round. Simaile. Daniels, Ndlovu. Kortke. Had to be careful about that one. Daniels does well to get it back, and Ndlovu now managing it to find Mohale. This is lovely at the moment, but unfortunately Manengela just not able to bring that one under control. It's a second half that has belonged to UWC. They've been really good in this game. They've controlled the game well. Every now and then the opposition trying to get themselves back into the game, or Royal AM. But defensively, they've been sound at the back. Shakira O'Malley has really held that back four well here today. Of course, she's been assisted by Unati Simaile, who supported her well in her endeavours. Of course, it will be a happy captain on the left-hand channel there. That's, of course, Fikile the captain, the national left back as well, Fikile Magama. And a really good display here at the moment from UWC. Nzele has unfortunately conceded 2 goals. Look at the effect of the wind on the ball there as Daniels trying to wrestle her way to the ball. A foul committed there from Daniels, says referee Myanda. Tough work at the moment for Royal AM as they look like they're heading towards their 19th defeat of the season. Gorky finds Daniels. On her bike goes Manengela. Once again, have a look at the win there. The goalkeeper Nzele is just going to have to try her best not to allow the ball to get too much hang time, as Ndlovu has a header from range. I'm not sure what she had in mind there. It was a long way to header that ball from. Nzele needs to make sure that she keeps this one down. It's just being caught up in the wind in the air there. Off a hand there, of course, accidental handball there. And Mabatu Mukhale will no doubt want to be standing over this one. O'Malley sent up by her skipper, really committing numbers onto that far post. Let's have a look here. Lovely ball. It's a dangerous ball. Chelsea Daniels not able to get on to the end of that one. Neither was centre-back Shakira O'Malley. Both of them might have thought that they had an opportunity to get themselves into the goals. Unfortunately, wasn't the case. Just had a little bit too much on it. Back underway goes the game. 2 goals in 17 minutes is the requirement here for Royal AM. It seems like a tall task considering they've only managed to score 3 goals in their last 5 games against a UWC. Chelsea Daniels trying to put the goalkeeper under pressure, but Zianda Nzele will do well to get all 10 fingers onto the end of that as Magama. Mukhale dinks it over the top, gives Tiffany Gortke some work to do. Cuts back onto the inside, beats a defender. Chelsea Daniels in an offside position. Blasts it straight into the face of Zianda Nzele. It wouldn't have counted. But nonetheless, it's a good position. The wind just swirling the ball around at the moment. It's something that UWC are going to have to consider and try use it to their advantage. Figile Magama tries to find Daniels. Appeals for handball. Nothing to it, says referee Mnyanda. Magaba just being asked by the fourth official there to make sure that the throw has been taken from the right place as Daniels charges on down that left-hand side. Looks for Gorky, and I'll tell you what, Nzele had to come out a little bit earlier there. She created a little bit of trouble for herself. Needed to come out a little bit earlier, really dominate her 18 area as well as possible there. Daniels once again just looking to hold the ball up, allow her wingers to get in an advanced position. Knocking it around nicely at the moment. Mamabolo now on the park, the number 6 for UWC. She'll be looking to bring some impact. The players that have come onto the park, and the likes of Gorky, Daniels and Mamabalo, will really be looking to put this game away here for UWC. Gorky tries to find Daniels. Mamabalo can't quite get it out from underneath her feet. Opportunity now for Manengela. Into the box and Ndlovu lurking. Gorky inside the box. Can she get her second of the game? She'll be looking for it. Well, this is trouble now. Daniels finds Gorky all the way out to Mohale. Mohale has a dip, but unfortunately just can't get it on target. Might have been better off having a look for Ndlovu, who was in decent space on the left-hand side. Of course, Mohale backed herself in that situation to have a dip. Wasn't able to get it on target. Magama. Mamabalo finds Mohale. Threads it into Daniels. Daniels with her first touch, not quite able to bring it under control. Mamabalo seems to be really managing the midfield. Daniels with the pop tries to use the wind to her advantage. But Zianda Nsele up to the task. She'll won't be too bothered by that attempt from the substitute centre forward. It's a good little dink there. O'Malley wrestled to ground that time around. A bit of an overly zealous tackle, says a referee Mnyanda, who helps Siphelele Dlamini to her feet. One of the players I think has had a really good impact for the game, Siphelele Dlamini, as well as Fanelesbonge Madonsela. I think the number 2 and 3 have had a good game for their side at the moment. They just have been starved of possession. This is from a long way out. Don't forget the wind working against this free kick at the moment. Has a pop. It's a really good strike. Comes off the upright, off the goalkeeper, and somehow manages to stay out of the back of the net. It's a really dangerous effort there for Royal AM. It's what they would have needed. It's what they would have needed to get back into this game. But unfortunately, just unable to get that into the back of the net, and it looks like Sipesi Dlamini not looking too comfortable at the moment. Well, she's back on her feet. Happy to stay on the park at the moment. The substitute goalkeeper was getting ready to possibly come back onto the park. As these final 10 minutes, can Royal AM get themselves back into the game? What's happened here on the far side? Players gone to ground, and it's been a long season here for all of these sides. Of course, Royal AM 25 games played this season. UWC 22 games. UWC since the 24th of September have played 6 games, this being their 6th. Of course, Royal AM schedule hasn't been as devastating since the 24th of September. This is their 4th game they've played in the last sort of 3 weeks. So really heavy schedules. Of course, UWC competing in the Varsity Cup as well as USA. So plenty of games being played there as well. And it looks like Spelele Dlamini, who's in the wars at the moment, was the player that went to ground. She'll make her way back onto the park as soon as we get a break and play, I think. And into the box it goes, tries to feed a really dangerous ball in. Looks for an opportunity, unable to beat the defense of UWC at the moment. And you can see the referee just having a word with some of the players. This game's starting to get really physical here at the moment. As Dlamini bunts one upfield, tries to find Chelsea Daniels at the top of the attack. Ndlovu trying to get the better of the defense, unable to do so as Magama finds Daniels. That was a really good opportunity, and you can see some of the frustration on the face of the skipper, the UWC skipper, asking for a little bit more of her attackers. They really want to put this game to bed, as now Royal AM have an opportunity to go forward. But well dispossessed once again there from Simaile, who does extremely well there. Who does extremely well there to get onto the end of that one.